What's up y'all, Squid here back with another video. Similar to GameCube games, DS games are getting insanely expensive. And similar to a recent video, I found my childhood Nintendo DS Lite. Now, this wasn't my first DS, I had the original silver one, but I will say I'm so glad that I kept this one. I don't have the original stylus, but I still have the original charger, and I charge it up. Alright, let's check her out. It's a decent snap still. I don't know how long this thing was sitting in my room, but man, I am so glad I kept it. So let's see if it turns on, and wow, would you look at that. Man, these old Nintendo products do not cease to freaking blow my mind. Man, just like before, I actually lied. I did set up the time and checked it if it did turn on, but it's been about a week and it didn't lose any battery. That's freaking awesome. However, I don't have any games to play. This sucks. So similar to the flippy drive GameCube mod that I did, I wanted to mod this thing, but I didn't want to do like some kind of hard mod to the point where it's not an original anymore. And I did some research and I can't believe that they still make these. I picked this up used online. I'll show you guys the price. But essentially, you just load in games in here. I remember I had an Action Replay back in the day, but I never had an R4 card. I had friends who had it. You would just put it in and it had like a list of games kind of preloaded. Anyways, this mod isn't even really a mod. It's just a cartridge that has all the games. So I can have pretty much any game I want running on this thing without having to change out anything at the palm of my hands. So this is used, so it's already been open. And the reason I went with this particular one that was used was because this one actually came with a 32, oh my gosh, snow outside's falling off the roof. But this one came with a 32 gigabyte micro SD card, and I really like that because I didn't want to have to spend more money on another one. So it's probably just like some generic cheap brand, but that's totally fine. But there you go. That's the red R4 cartridge, and it kind of does match with the crimson DS Lite. It also does come with a micro SD card reader. I already have my own, so I won't be using this one. All right, so the first thing is I'm just gonna take this out and I'm gonna put this in my SD card reader. And I'm gonna put this in my computer, and then we're gonna load a bunch of ROMs onto here. All right, it has been several hours and I downloaded a ton of DS ROMs, as well as some Game Boy Advance ones too. So I'm just gonna go eject this guy out of my computer and we'll go from there. All right, so I ejected the micro SD card with all the ROMs on here. Many hours later, I'm gonna just slip it back in the card like this. And man, I can't wait to just put this in here. Such a nostalgic feeling. That's freaking cool. And I will say that when I was downloading a bunch of ROMs, I realized that the DS was such an awesome system. Like, it really was super popular and everyone wanted their titles on that. It's kind of rare because these days it's nothing really special about developers wanting their titles on every single platform. But anyways, I will say also that I love the form factor. I mean, this is probably the best handheld console ever made. Like, just look how small and tiny this thing is. It's truly pocketable, and it has backwards compatibility. Like, are you kidding me? As a primary Xbox guy, I love backwards compatibility, and I'm glad that I kept this. All right, let's turn her on. This was out of official stylus pack back in the day. All right, Deep Labyrinth Atlas USA. Also, Merry Christmas, y'all. I don't know if you saw this, but I traveled quite some distance today, and I'm just kind of chilling on this now. That's cool. You could add a favorites. All right, GBA ROMs. It says to play GBA, run this first. So I downloaded tons and tons of ROMs. This might actually bite me in the ass because it might be a pain to look for certain games. So I'm going to have to definitely organize that favorites folder. But anyways, let's go NDS ROMs. Okay. Sweet. So I have a ton of games here. Brothers in Arms DS was a classic. I freaking loved that game. And a lot of these Call of Duties I never actually played on the DS, so I'm really excited to explore that. Chibi Robo was freaking awesome. Chrono Trigger, I don't really remember that game, but I'm gonna check that out. Cooking Mama, of course. What else we got? All the Dragon Ball games in here. Drawn to Life. Elite Beat Agent, super slept on game. My brother put me on early. These Final Fantasy games were also really fun. Fire Emblem, GoldenEye, GTA Chinatown Wars. I think I tried it back in the day, but I never actually played it. Freaking Guitar Hero. I gotta get that bottom attachment. That was the coolest thing ever. Bunch of Kirby games. This is looking like so much fun already. Lego games. Phantom Hourglass. I genuinely love that game. I know some people kind of give it some hate, but I love it. All the Mario and Luigi games. The Olympics games. I love those on the Wii also. 3-on-3 hoops. DS. Mario Party. Metroid Prime. Bunch of Naruto games. I never knew they had Myst on the DS. That was pretty cool. New Super Mario Bros. The browser. I wonder if that still works at all. Nintendogs, of course. And then we got all our Pokemon games. Personally, the only Pokemon games that I played growing up were Fire Red, a little bit of Emerald because my brother had it, and Diamond. I didn't play anything else after that. Once I got the Xbox, I just kind of went with Halo. Mystery Dungeon, I love these games. Professor Layton. I saw this Rafa Nadal tennis. As a tennis player, I had to try that out. That was the only Resident Evil game I saw. Snowboard Kids, Scribblenauts, Simpsons games, Skate It. A lot of these games, I remember like going into GameStop and just like looking at all the art, but I never actually owned these games. But when I looked them up online, it was for sure a nostalgia trip. Spore, Star Fox Command, man. Super Mario 64 DS. This is where I learned how to play Super Mario 64. My brother had an N64, but I didn't. Man, these are so many OG games, and I love how they all have the little icons here. I didn't know Chaos Theory was on here. That was freaking cool to see. Transformers games. I remember specifically Transformers Decepticons and Autobots. I had both versions. I loved those games. And then all these ones after I never played. Beautiful Joe, Viva Pinata. They apparently had a Warhammer game, Wario, WarioWare, X-Men games, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Touch and Go, Yu-Gi-Oh!, The Blob, man, Ace Attorney, Animal Crossing, Assassin's Creed, Big Brain Academy. I freaking love those. I kind of skipped over these ones earlier. Brain Age, man, this is so sick. And then let's check out the Game Boy Advance ROM. So just quickly look through it. Got some bangers on there. Bunch of Pokemon games. This is so sick. I don't know what game to try out first. I guess we'll go with a popular one. Yeah, let's go with the classic, man. Oh, wow, okay. So if you scroll like this, it actually swipes pretty fast. Oh, this is so cool. Fresh start, huh? Man, the speakers still sound great and everything. I should just replace the screen or at least clean it up a bit. Man, I wish I still had my OG saves, man. I kind of hate how it's like on a cartridge, so that thing is long lost. What should we name him? He definitely looks like a Tyson. I like how it lets you just decide your friend's name. I'm just gonna pick my starter Pokemon and then we'll try out another game. Gosh, I freaking love this thing. I think I might have dropped it like once or twice. Looking for that red Gyarados. Man, just the feeling of like changing directions with this pad, like this right here, so nostalgic too. Man, this music is a trip. I want to get a white one of these. I think my brother had the white one growing up, but I always wanted the white one. Either that, no, he had the cobalt. I had the crimson. But maybe my cousin had the white. I don't know. I just think white Nintendo consoles look so good. Uh-oh. Who would have seen that coming? What a way to start an adventure, though. Man, that sound is nostalgic as hell. And just that motion, too. And not gonna lie, I love how they have a volume slider, freaking headphone jack. Like, that is so clutch. I know there's like a place for a lanyard in here. Pinnacle design, in my opinion. Alright, we're already on highest brightness. So what we're gonna do is, let's try out a GBA game. Or no, let's do a different game. One that I really loved growing up. This one was one of my favorites as a kid. I remember this too. I played this so much as a kid. It's like Call of Duty. War is delightful to those who have no experience in it. Oh man, I remember this. You start stuck in a parachute. Man, I remember this so well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just kind of messing around with these games, but I'm having so much fun with it. I could genuinely just play this. I gotta fix this left bumper though. It's probably worn down because I played this game so much. Above. Shoot, man. Why isn't my left bumper working? There we go. Even this health bar is nostalgic. I swear this screen looked bigger to me as a kid. Oh yeah, I totally remember this. What the heck? What a way to throw a grenade. Bazooka time. Nice. Alright, let's try one more game. I forgot that this thing had a mic too, man. Really ahead of its time, dude, I swear. Alright, let's try the GBA games. Dang, the snow falling off my roof sounds crazy. F-Zero GP Legend. I loved this. I could be wrong, but there was a choice to where you could play Game Boy Advance games either on this screen or that screen. I don't know if I'm just delusional, but I swear that was a thing before. And see, you could see here's where I dropped it that one time. Anyways, man, these sounds are so nostalgic. Oh man. Man, I remember these ships or these freaking racers. Oh man. I totally forgot the controls of this game. I don't know how to use the power. Oh, I think it was one of those buttons. Oh, left and right maybe at the same time? I even love this power switch. Like, dude, so awesome. All right, maybe let's check out one last game. But the cool thing is I can still use this DS as a normal DS. So one of the only games that I have, Metroid Fusion. I actually got this recently from Cake Hoarder Games. I gave them a little visit. It was pretty awesome. But anyways, Metroid Fusion was actually one of my favorite games as a kid. So I felt like I needed to have it. Let's just throw this in here, yeah? What do you guys think? And I believe it was like this, right? Facing down. Oh yeah, still remember. And I could be wrong, but I think you need to just restart it. Awesome. Oh man, that is cool. I wonder why it plays down here and not up here. The ROMs were playing up here, but that's whatever. Something about the colors of this Metroid I just really loved. Anyways, I think that's a good point to end the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have your old DS or DS Lite, go grab that thing, buy an R4 for cheap, and just bring this around with you. I was just messing around showing off games, but like as I was filming this, I wanted to just keep playing. And that says something, you know. I have the newest consoles, PC gaming, yet something about this is still very enticing to me. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, y'all. Peace.